Hello everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day today, day after Mother's Day. Hope everybody, all you mothers out there, had a good day. And today it finally has quit raining. It's been raining all this for like 2 days now. But it's sunny out now. Of course, everything's real wet. Everything's grown some. It's good for my garden too. Okay, I got this hat today at Walmart while Joy and I were out. I think it's a spider wire. I think it's like a fishing line or something like that. Yeah, fishing line. Because I got it in the sporting goods. And then I got a few other things I'll show. We didn't really have a big haul or anything, and which I'm glad. You know, I don't want to spend money, you know. Okay, on our prayer list today, Kara Hamill's granddaughter is still in the hospital until they find a correct medicine for her. Michigan Mike's grandson was hit by a car after getting off a bus, and it hurt his head, but he's okay. The driver left the scene, and they caught her, and it was a 90-year-old woman, and I believe they're taking her license away. Mark Robb needs prayers. He hurt his back. Joy, her neck is feeling a little bit better today, but her neck has been really bothering her. Terry Henson's daughter, she's getting injections in her back, and she's in great pain. And Sherm went to the doctor, the sports medicine doctor, and they said the tissue in his arm is falling apart from diabetes. He goes back for more tests next month, first of next month. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I want to pray for everybody on the list today and anybody else out there that needs help, Lord. Please help each and every one of them get better, whatever their need is. In the Lord's name I pray, amen. Okay. Now, let's see here. Our Bible reading today comes from Deuteronomy 34, 1 through 5. Then Moses climbed Mount Nebo from the plains of Moab to the top of Pisgah, across from Jericho. There the Lord showed him the whole land, from Gilead to Dan, all of Naphtali, the territory of Ephraim and Manasseh, all land of Judah as far as the Mediterranean Sea, the Negev and the whole region from the valley of Jericho, the city of palms as far as Zoar. Then the Lord said to him, This is the land I promised in oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, when I said, I will give it to your descendants. I have let you see it with your eyes, but you will not cross over into it. And Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in Moab, as the Lord had said. Amen. Okay. Now, let's see here. We're getting back to using our normal, the Soul Matters for the Heart book for our devotions. And today's is entitled, New Heart, New Eyes. My dad ran from God for most of his life. As a young man, he attended a church pastored by a man whose actions were less than godly. After that, Dad dropped out of church, and over the years that followed, he met a lot of Christians whose lifestyles didn't match their beliefs. He concluded that the church was full of hypocrites and had no desire to associate with it. After I became a Christian, he listened patiently to me as I told him how Jesus could save him from his sins. But he continually pointed to hypocrites in the church and said he didn't want to be like them. He knew he was a sinner and that he could never live a consistent lifestyle, and he refused to become just another Christian hypocrite. Dad made his living as a photographer, often spending time on the road. On one such trip, he ended up rooming with a former pastor. The two got to talking about religion, and after the pastor listened to Dad's objections about the Christian faith, he shared a scripture that changed Dad's life. I do not understand the things I do. I do not do what I want to do, and I do the things I hate. And if I do not want to do the hated things I do, that means I agree that the law is good. But I am not really the one who is doing these hated things. It is sin living in me that does them. When Dad returned from the trip, he asked me if I ever had read that passage. His normal cynical tone was gone, replaced with a tone of softness and sincerity. I told him I had read those verses many times and that I was always comforted to know that even the Apostle Paul struggled his sinful nature against his sinful nature as much as I do. Then he told me something I honestly didn't expect. He had become a Christian after reading this passage. He finally understood that Christianity wasn't about living a perfect life, but about being saved from the sins we commit. He then told me that in just a few hours after placing his faith in Christ, he walked into a Walmart and was surprised by what he saw. He said, "I didn't see short or tall people, fat people or skinny people, young people or old people. I just saw people. People with struggles just like me." He asked me if such a change was normal for a new Christian. I could hardly speak without breaking down in tears of awe and joy over the change that God made in Dad's life. I took a second to compose myself, and when I could finally speak, I told him that it was normal for a Christian to have compassion for people who need grace as much as we do. Since then, God's change in my dad has been made more and more complete. His compassion has expanded, and patience and love have overtaken his personality. He still needs grace, of course, just like all of us, but more than anything, my dad is a testimony to God's power to make a heart new. Amen. Amen. That was really good. That touched me. I hope it did, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me make sure where I'm at here for tomorrow, or I'll mess up. There we go. Tuesday. Okay, now let's see here. It's time for them there jokes of the day. Uh-oh. I didn't mean for that one. Well, I've left them. Oh no. I will be right back. Oh no. I left. Okay, I'm coming. I'm sorry. I left them in there. It takes a little bit of organization, really, to get all this together. I really work at it, to get all the jokes, and lots of times Joy will help me with stuff, like the cartoons lots of times, and she helps me with Who's This and stuff. But it keeps me pretty busy, and that's good. I need to stay busy. So just laying around and watching TV or something. Okay, here we go. What do you call security guards working outside Samsung shops? Guardians of the Galaxy. What's the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. Oh. Yesterday I saw a guy spill all his Scrabble letters on the road. I asked him, "What's the word on the street?" Hear about the new restaurant called Karma? There's no menu. You get what you deserve. Ooh. A bear walks into a bar and says, "Give me a whiskey and cola." "Why the big paws?" asked the bartender. The bear shrugged. "I'm not sure. I was born with them." Oh. Okay, did you hear about the actor who fell through the floorboards? He was just going through a stage. Did you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? He just needed a little space. Ooh. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Little atoms. And now it's time for Joy's joke of the day. Where are average things manufactured? The satisfactory. Eh? Thanks, Joy. There we go. And now it is time for Who Is This? Let's see what we got here. What we got. If I can find it. Oh, we got some good pictures. Where did I get the burgers? I saw a question on here somebody's asked me. I got them at Walmart with the other burgers and stuff. I mean, like they got like regular cheeseburgers. They got like an Angus cheeseburger too. It's packaged up like that, and then they're right with them too. They were really good. Those little flatbread Angus burgers that we had last night, they were really good. They came like a whole burger, you know, it was like this. They came halved, packaged a half of one to each package, and there was like I think 8 in there, and they were a little over $6 or around $6 I think, but they were good. I didn't even put anything in mine, but I put some. Joy put some mustard and mayonnaise in mine, and it already had cheese in there, and it was just real good. It had the meat has a good taste to it, like Angus. So yeah, it was really good. I don't know if it would make. You about need 2 of them. If you're having it for dinner, you would about need 2 halves, you know, like a whole one for dinner. But I only ate half of one, and actually Joy only ate half of one. I think I ate a little part of the next one, but I didn't. I was full from eating everything else. So I don't really. I'm actually not supposed to eat any big meals. I'm supposed to actually eat like 5 small meals a day, which that's really hard to do. I mean, you could do it, but you don't want to cook 5 times. I guess I could split a meal, you know, split a meal up. But I'm only supposed to eat like smaller amounts because of my stomach at a time. It just can't handle, you know, eating a bunch, which is probably a blessing because when I eat too much, you know how everybody feels when they. Okay, our woman was Sissy Spacek. And we just watched a movie, I guess it was last night, yeah, because we rented it for Mother's Day. It's called the Replicators or Replicas or something like that. And it had this guy in it, Keanu Reeves. And it says sci-fi, but it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of like stuff from the future, but I don't know if I'd categorize it as sci-fi or not. But, you know, he was in it, and it was good, y'all. I would check it out anytime, you know, because it is good. I do like Kano, too. So, now, I'm going to show you tomorrow's, take a guess who these younger ones are, and then tomorrow I'll show you the adult version. This guy, he was in Encino Man. If y'all remember, it had Pauly Shore in it. I can't remember the other guy's name. But, yeah, it was real funny. And he was in The Mummy, and then the subsequent, you know, the other Mummy movies after that. Funny guy, too. And I love those Mummy movies. The Return of the Mummy. No, The Mummy. The Return of the Mummy. The Return of the Mummy. Oh, and look at this one. How cute. She is a news anchor for CBS. She's also on Big Brother. And I don't know what else. I think she's in some other things. I want to say The View, but I'm not for sure about that. All I had down was that she was a news anchor for CBS, and she's also on Big Brother. That might be somebody else on that, The View or whatever it is. Okay, now, we got that. Take a guess who it is in the comments. And now it's tablet time, tablet time. Now, let's see where we left off. Ooh, got some goodies. Ooh, yeah. I remember leaving off right at them duckies. So, There was a little mix-up. A couple of those pictures that Angel sent yesterday, my son's friend, a couple of them were from IHOP. I think it was the waffles and chicken and the fancy pancakes. But he does the other two pictures, the monkey bread and the ranch croissant things. He made them and they look fantastic. And all of his things that he makes always looks fantastic. So just keep on sending us some, Angel. That's fine. But wouldn't you like to have that breakfast, though, that he had? Eggs and steak and eggs? Years ago, I mean, when we were pretty young, we ate at Waffle House a lot, and I got the steak and eggs there and had got them covered and smothered and whatever, everything they would throw on them hash browns. I forget what they would call it. Smothered, covered, and splattered. I don't know. I hadn't put everything on my hash browns. And Missy made herself a fish taco for lunch yesterday. Oh, that's my kind of taco. All right. And I didn't get to show this, I don't think. I think I forgot to show it, or yeah. But in addition to what we ate last night, I can't eat salads anymore, but I can eat avocados and cucumbers. That's why you see them all the time. I eat a bunch of them. But I can't eat a regular salad anymore, unfortunately. But at Walmart, they have the small salads, and y'all have probably all seen them. They're like $2.98 for a single person. But these here are, it says 12 ounces, and it's definitely a bigger container. And it's enough for two, unless you eat a lot of salad. But they shared that last night, a Caesar salad, and it was really good, they said. And it was it was about $5, right around $5. But it was fresh, really fresh. Nothing was, rough looking or anything. Well, let me see who this is before I say this. Mother's Day dinner for Brenda. Steak, onion petals, and that shrimp like I get at Aldi. The butterfly shrimp that's $3.99. Let me make it, I can't make it too much bigger, but there we go. That looks like a great meal for Mother's Day. And this is Jennifer's Mother's Day. Her husband fixed teriyaki salmon, grilled cheesy ranch potatoes, and squash. Oh my goodness, all on the grill. Oh, I gotta show the bigger one. All on the grill too, y'all. Oh, you know it. You know it all tasted good. I love teriyaki. I mean, on anything. Uh-oh. We got a visitor. I don't know if I'll bring her up here. What are you doing? Do you want to say hi and then go back? Huh? You wanted to come in here and say hi? Where you at? Oh, that's your head. Ow, ow, ow. Hey, let's see. Jeez. Might be a little too feisty to keep her up here. Hey, say hi to everybody. Hello. Hello, everybody. Say hi. What are you doing? You gonna take off? Okay. So you're a little bit too feisty to stay up here right now? She was fighting my arm when I went to pick her up. And she grabbed a hold of it with both her front paws. Here, we'll let you go in here. You want to lay down. She loves that chair. It's an older chair, and it's got like the cloth covered, seat, and it's kind of indented, in there from years of use, and she loves that because it's got that little place in it, where she can curl up in there. Okay. Yeah, I can tell she would be a handful if I kept her up here. I'd have to play with her and stuff. Okay. Here we are next. Here's a cartoon, I think, Joy. Oh. Well, I don't know how to I don't want to open it and get off of this, but it says they give you a lot of treats while they're training you, so play dumb for as long as you can. Up there. All right. And past that. Now here's one. It looks like I'm not wearing a costume. I'm here to take your Holy crap, full-size Snickers. Never mind, Margaret. We're good. Halloween joke. This one's funny. I think I've showed this before. You have to just show it. I have to show it. Yeah. There's no words to it. Oh no! I'm upside down. Yes, Stephen, you warned me. I know. Now go get help, Stephen. A unicorn. What do you call them things? We used to have them things when we were little. Jump around on them all day. Okay, I did have a picture of last night's. These are what they look like, and y'all, they were good. I'm not even kidding. That bread, that flatbread was good on it. Nice and soft. The only way you can fix them, the only way it says on them is to microwave them. I'm sure if you tried to bake them, it would probably dry that bread out quite a bit. So they were, like I said, I say if it tastes bad, I'll say if it tastes good. And then today, that was yesterday, and then today for lunch, we hadn't eaten out in a few days much, and we hadn't any for a while, as a matter of fact. So we got Pal's, a junior Pal with cheese, and we split some fries. Weren't really overly hungry. The big Pal is just way too big. I mean, Joy and I could split one of their big Pals. And that's the junior, and that's what perfect for us. I don't know if you can see this or not, though. This one of Kitty. She was laying there on the couch in between my legs. Oh yeah, I know she's here now. I was showing the picture that she had her hands. Did you see? She had her hands like this. And this is Christy's little dog. How cute! Send me your pet pictures. We'll show them on tablet time. The only way to really send me pictures is to friend me on Facebook or Messenger and send them to, on Messenger. Here's like a deck and oh God, how awesome. Well, you could have a real grill out there, couldn't you? Wow, it's open on that one end and it's got, roof on the other part. That's wild living. That'd be a fun place. Okay, that's all of them. Now, the few things we got at Sam's. This is what I need. I take gummies and vitamins and all this and that, but I don't get to eat the vegetables, as y'all know. And this has got a bunch of, I guess it's 8 vegetables, It says 2 full servings of this in the can, so I can drink this. The only thing at all that bothers me is the tomato juice is, has the acid in it, but I can handle that. I need to get some vitamins in. They had 28 cans, and I think it was, I want to say 12 something, but that sounds kind of low. I'm not exactly for sure, but they were low enough to where we decided to get them. But there was 28 a case. And I showed y'all where we got some of that Lipton iced tea, the peach, yesterday. We liked that so much, we got it for it was 40 cents off. It was $4.88 for a 12-pack, and then it was $4.48. Well, I can't remember. It was like 7 something. I think it was $7.67 or something like that. It was $1.50 off from till it was from their flyer up front. They have a flyer they give out when you come in, or you can just grab one or whatever. And they were $1.50 off anyway, and there was 24 in them. And these are really good, y'all. Has a great peach taste to it. Only thing, I just wish it didn't have high fructose corn syrup in it. That's the only thing that's, that I don't like about it. I like real sugar. And then I was looking for a flashlight because I needed one that uses AA batteries, because I got a bunch of them instead of AAA. And I've run almost out of AAA, and gosh, for 34 of them, even at Sam's, it was like $21. or something, for the AAA. But I was looking for a double A, and almost everyone, I mean, they didn't even have any flashlights at Sam's. So we went on, it wasn't far to Walmart, so we went on over to the Walmart on that side of town. Our Walmart that we use is on this other side of town. But then we found the flashlights in Sporting Goods. They had all these fancy ones, but they either took a C battery or a AAA. When I've got one that takes AAAs, and I keep running out and having to buy them, but I want to be able to use a AA. So they didn't really have a very good one that uses AA. So I got this one. It's pretty sturdy, Rayovac. It's not what I wanted. I wanted one of the black ones that's like that you see on TV that they run over with a tank or whatever. They had that one, but it takes AA, and I've already got one, like I said. So this one takes, it takes AAA. I've already got one with AAA, so this takes double. So I'll be using this one for a while. I don't know if this will put off as much light as I would like. And then I got this hat, and Joy got a comb, a brush, and then there was something else. I can't remember what it was. Oh, she got a tumbler, and she's got it in there with some coffee in it. I'll show y'all when I get a chance. It's a nice tumbler. It was one of all stainless steel and stuff. So now today, yesterday was Saturday was Seafood Saturday. Then yesterday was kind of Mother's Day thing going on, and then now it's Mexican Monday. And this recipe, I've had several different. I've had one do this on her show and everything, and I've had a lot of people try this one. So I'm going to show this recipe. Y'all get ready if you want to take a snapshot of this, or you could pause it and maybe be able to see it good enough. So I'm going to show this. I hope we can get it to work. Let me see what's down at the bottom. Okay, I'm trying to see how far I can get, how close I can get to without. Not like that, y'all. Give you time to take a picture. But this is my recipe. It's been so changed a lot over the years. I started out with a different recipe that I found, but I changed it a lot to where something I could eat, and it was still cheap to make. But it uses a pound of ground chuck is what I used to use when I used beef or turkey. You can use ground turkey. I always used at least ground chuck because of the fat content. An onion diced, a green pepper diced. Right now I can't eat either of those, so in place of the onion, I'm going to put an onion soup mix in it tonight, and I will go without peppers. But it's really good with those in there. That's how I always used to fix it when I could eat them. Use a package of taco seasoning. I got that one at Walmart. Use a can of diced tomatoes. I've been starting to try to use a petite diced myself because there's less things in them, like pieces of the skin and stuff that's on them. These don't have much of the skin on them. You can use cayenne pepper, a half teaspoon. It's optional. I wouldn't put it in ours. A cup of ketchup, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of Mrs. Dash. This is the one from Aldi. That's their brand. It's really good. It's $2.49. But that's not really much cheaper than Mrs. Dash to begin with, so either one. I've got that big bottle that we got of Mrs. Dash, the garlic one, at Sam's, but I won't need it until I get, all this gone. Okay. Mrs. Dash. A cornbread mix. This is the one I always use for it. It's a little sweet, but it's perfect with this dish. If you're making a bigger amount of it, you can use 2 of these if you need to. If you want more cornbread on it. A cup of shredded cheddar. That's in the fridge. It's, we got it. And let me see anything else. And when it's done, you serve it with sour cream on top if you want, if you like sour cream. But you brown the ground beef or turkey, and you saute the vegetables. Add all other ingredients and bring to a boil. You simmer it for 20 minutes. In the meantime, you might want to preheat your oven. I think it's I don't think I have it wrote on here. Yeah, 350. Okay. Bring to a boil, simmer 20 minutes, spoon it into the center of the casserole dish, the glass casserole dish. Then you take the prepared cornbread batter and you start putting it on the outside. You leave a little, put it in the middle, your mixture. And then on the outside, start putting your cornbread. Then put more mixture in it and kind of just start flattening it out a little bit. And then you can you keep putting it around the outside. Now that's if you want it up inside. I've had people make it and put all the cornbread on the very top. In mine, there's like a little place in the middle that there's no cornbread, and it's like it goes from the sides up and comes over. But you can do it however you want to. I like it that one way. I've always done it that way, with a little of it in the middle. It looks like a little volcano in the middle or something after it cooks. So you repeat that with all of the mix until the filling is gone. You bake it at 350 until the cornbread is done and brown. Then you add the cheese on top. You put it back in the oven until melted. Then you serve it with sour cream on top. It's delicious. Everybody's loved it that's tried it, and it's a big family favorite of ours. So that's what we're having for Mexican Monday. And that's all I have today. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and press that notification bell so that you get all my videos as soon as they come out. I appreciate everybody watching so much, and I appreciate all my new friends and all my old friends that's been around ever since I started. So thank you so much, and have a great evening, and God bless. Bye-bye.